Yes, and of course, welcome to another edition of the Touchline. This is, of course, Y254 Bernardo Kumu right here. Hoping that your week has been fantastic. It's been beautiful and awesome. Another time for us to see what has been happening in the world of sports. Of course, we know that on Monday there was the elections for the NOC. Finally, we have a new office for Mr. Maluki. Is the new head, and just a good way to have the shenanigans or the push and pull, as well as the postponements and the holds and the court cases finally done, over, dealt with. And now we have a new office. Now we can talk about what's coming up next. Also, Harambee Stars, the national soccer team, Harambee Stars, of course, intensifying their preparations. Teams are expected to start arriving in the country next week ahead of the CHAN. And also, we'll be looking at the Malkia Strikers preparations for the World Championship. They'll be in Thailand later next month. All that and much more. Karibu sana up until 3 p.m. And of course, on the sports pages, what's considered to be the back pages. Glad and pleased to have Barry Silla. Barry Silla is the sports journalist and writer. Karibu sana, Barry.
Thank
You
you.
had a great weekend?
A great weekend. For me, I can't complain. Keeping it sporty as usual. Watching what's going on in the athletics world, in the football world, in the rugby world. So quite a bit has been happening, and of course I'm happy to share with the viewers on this stage. Yeah.
Let's talk about CHAN, right? And we begin with CHAN. The African Nations Championship, really huge task for Kenya.
Yes.
And it's also great to see that Benny McCarthy has finally named his 25-man squad, right? Who are the, of course, it's just the team that has been in the camp, so we cannot talk about the surprise inclusions, but maybe the roles that some of the players will play.
Yes, thank you. So the 25-man squad is finally here. Of course, this is coming against the backdrop of the controversial pullout from the four-nation tournament in Tanzania, where earlier when the media, when the team came back, when the media had a chat with Benny, it was categorical that those conditions are not conducive for the players with a short time to the tournament. So he was looking at injuries. And then now they came, and now they've been doing the indoor practices. But the 25-man squad, I can't say there's anything, any surprises per se. We have key men with key roles. Number one, I'd start to say number one is the leadership roles. The captain, Abu Domar, is a veteran. He's played abroad and here. He's now the from Kenya Police. So he's charged with the task of leading the squad on the match day, on match days, and on the 4 matches against Zambia, Morocco, and DRC, we will start with.
And Angola.
And Angola as well. So Abud is very keen in this game for Coach Benny McCarthy. Second, the guy just behind him is Farouk Shikalo.
Yes.
Kenya One has played in Tanzania, played here with Bandari, formerly with Homeboys. Very key, critical, is definitely the number 1 keeper in the squad. And then, of course, I'm looking at a player like...
in the midfield, maybe Austin?
Austin is key. And then Marvin Nabwira of Police. So those two will be very key in trying to unlock defenses. And then also, in terms of finishing, or the attackers, we have quite a rich array of players. You remember the twin Osoro and Shuma left.
And Bajaber, is it clear? Is it verifiable?
Bajaber is now clear. He's going after. He signed a pre-contract. After the tournament, he heads to where? To Simba. The
Osoro and Shuma should have done that, right?
Yeah, I don't understand why
they had no option for...
Yeah, maybe this is what maybe Benny was asking. You could probably do sign a pre...
Or they left in silence.
I don't know. This is how their agents maybe wanted it done. Anyway, the key man for me in the attack is the guy who has now signed, what's his name?
Masood?
Masood. Masood, a key player for the national team over the years. He had to come and sign with the local NSL team, Migori Youth, which is very interesting.
Which team did he sign with?
Migori Youth.
Migori Youth?
National
who are battling relegation, right?
Yeah. So it's interesting. I don't know. Maybe he's going to be there for a few months. You know, Abud never really stays somewhere for long. Probably for a season or 6. Masood rather. So Masood is key. Austin is key, Farouk is key, and also the what do you call him? The Abu Domar, and Marvin Nabwira. So we have a 25-man squad. They've been training hard on camp, and so we are just looking ahead to 7 days from now.
Yes,
Match
exactly 1 week from now.
Match day 1 against DRC, in my view, that is when we will see just how much ready the teams are. But I'm not a technical person, but in my view, I wish they would have had even one build-up match. I know the coach is worried about injuries, but one build-up match, even with the local Premier League team, will be sufficient. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So the preparations, of course, we hope that the squad that has been picked will give us the results. They'll be playing at home, huge expectations on their shoulders. Hope they can carry the weight. Do you believe and trust in Abu Domar's captaincy, leadership? We've seen him a number of occasions or incidents where he's not really measured up to the role of the armband.
I agree, and many people have questioned this silently and loudly because there are other people who can actually lead on that pitch who don't necessarily have issues.
I think Farouk also been around for some time.
Austin can actually do it, Farouk. But with that as it may, the coach saw other aspects of Abud that maybe he liked, and so we hope to see what he can do in terms of leading the troops. Having said that, there's an interesting inclusion that happened that I found very interesting, and I think we've spoken to it even last week. Brian Omondi.
Yes.
Just the other day, I heard he signed, is it a pre-contract with Gor Mahia? From Bandari.
From Bandari.
But interestingly, he was playing second fiddle last season, the season that just ended, in Bandari to Farouk.
Midway.
And you know,
he
was injured.
Mid-transfer, because Shikalo joined the mid-transfer.
Yes. He was injured for a long time as well.
Yes.
So people were wondering, maybe they would have considered maybe Gad, who's played like 80% for the season.
Sure. Why don't they call him though?
I don't know, because now the third keeper now on the list is Wekesa from Sharks.
Yeah.
So perhaps in terms of selection, maybe that would have been a challenge. Farouk could have needed somebody who's more sharp as well to back him up. This tournament is long. But that said, Brian is a good keeper. I hope he's fit, and I hope he gets maybe minutes. Because in such a tournament, you need two quality keepers who are match fit, who have played for a while, and are in the right frame for the matches.
For the match, right?
Yes.
So, and also looking at maybe the group that has the defending champions, that's Senegal, right? And do you think they'll get out of that particular group, which is Group D? Their matches, of course, are in Zanzibar.
Yeah, Group D, which is pretty much a group of death. But
they say the Kenyan group is the group of death.
Yeah, our group is madness. But like I've been always saying here, some of these big matches are actually tests. If you want to prove me wrong, see what Uganda did in the Four Nations against Senegal, the Giants, yesterday, 2-1. Now in the three-nation tournament. So Harambee Stars should just go in with firm belief and trust in their abilities. They're in familiar territory. And by the way, we've not done Chan once or twice. In that group, in that squad, I think you have 2 or 3 players who have played at least 3 Chan tournaments. So I believe we will be up to task. All eyes will be on Benny McCarthy.
Yes.
We want to see Benny do well, in his, I think 5 matches he's won 1. We want to see, this is a real test with the big 4, Angola, Morocco, Senegal, DRC.
Yeah, DRC.
Yeah, so it's going to be exciting.
Yes, of course. And also talking about Group A and Kenya's opponents, Morocco yesterday named their squad, right?
Yes,
Star-studded squad that has a number of players who, of course, we know that Berkane, Wydad Casablanca, Raja, they provide a huge number of players in that particular squad. And head coach Metkiwi, I think, has a huge, disposal of talents or pool of talents to pick from. But the favorites, of course, 2-time winners. If they win it this year, it will be historical for them.
Yes. A lot of these teams, especially from our Group D, are favorites and have good squad. Look at, apart from Morocco, look at DRC. A lot of guys come from TP Mazembe, those giants.
Yes.
So even Tanzania have good squad and from good teams.
Simba and Yanga. And I mean, just on that point, do you think that teams or nations that have very good leagues, in this sense, like clubs that consistently perform
even
on the top level, the Champions League, CAF Confederation. We've seen Tanzanian teams in the last maybe 2 or 3 years reaching the finals. Will need to play a big factor?
This is going to be huge, and I think Benny has once or twice spoken about the quality of our leagues, starting with the quality of our infrastructure. This is going to be a test to see where Kenya, for example, is at in terms of quality. For example, against DRC, against Angola, against Morocco. So, but everything, they usually say everything is determined on the pitch. But I can guarantee you, like we just mentioned, Morocco, even I think South Africa is in this tournament.
Yes.
I can guarantee you is that we will see the quality gaps between different leagues and the different teams in the competition. That's why I think there's Tier A and Tier B. So if Kenya succeeds to even get to top 2, then I think we've done ourselves a huge favor and marketed Kenya really, really well. But otherwise, to your question about Morocco, definitely they are contenders. They have great young players in their squad from the teams we've just mentioned. Yes, so we're looking forward to a great tournament, especially we have to be biased as Kenya. Yes.
Yes, of course. And of course, all the matches begin on Saturday. The opening match will be between Tanzania against Burkina Faso.
Yes.
Then, of course, on Sunday, Nairobi comes alive.
Yes.
And that's the biggest event ever. You know, Chan, that's Kenya will be facing Democratic Republic of Congo. That's in the opening match. So
At Kasarani.
keep it locked. And also the issues, details about the tickets is out.
Yeah, tickets is out at mook.com. So 200 and 500 for the lower tier.
The terraces, 200 bob. Actually, what I looked at it yesterday, actually, because the CAF did release officially now. They did give out the link and where to get the tickets. But what's on their website or what's being sold is only 200 or 500. Why do you think the reason behind that?
I think they're targeting the mass market. They want a lot of people to come, and that's I think the cheaper tickets. Maybe the higher level ticket for those guys who can afford to come with many guys. But the 200 and 500 shillings is actually good rates. It's actually the rates we use even on our local league. And like I've just said, it's...
And those are the CAF rates actually as well.
Oh, CAF rates. So
yes.
It's to entice numbers. Remember, this tournament is going to be beamed. It will be ridiculous to beam empty seats. So there's been...
especially with home teams.
Yeah. So,
but I'm fearful the rest of the matches maybe at Nyayo.
Empty. Yeah, what I'm also worried.
Understandable.
Yeah, what I'm also worried about, Okumu, is has the LOC done enough marketing? In my view, no. We've not really seen a good push in terms of marketing and shouting about this tournament and having banners, even for the past 1 month, banners across town. So I hope.
I think I remember when we did ask the CS for Sports 2 weeks ago why the Kenya was so silent, about the promotion. There were, of course, some other nitty-gritties about the requirements or regulations as far as advertisement and CAF is concerned. They tried that, but now CAF gave them a clear, they cleared them. So we've seen a number of billboards in the city.
Okay, now, my worry was it was not...
not in good time.
Not in good time, and maybe not heavy.
Yeah.
Perhaps they should have...
go huge on it.
Maybe they should have hired, outsourced a PR firm.
And just talking about that, it's like, I've never seen a Chan tournament to Africa, a continental event with no theme song,
It's actually very interesting.
What's happened to our Swahili?
Oh, maybe we'll use our East African anthem to, we have an East African anthem.
Yeah.
To try and speak to the... but though, we should have had at least...
We missed a chance to market Swahili.
Yeah, a couple of artists to even compose a theme song.
Not the usual artists,
No, not the usual, just some unique artists to market. So in my view...
were engraved in culture, not pop.
Yeah. So maybe before... we are going to use this tournament as a base for AFCON 2027.
Yeah, as a yardstick,
I hope we will learn and improve by that time.
For real, and it's a big moment also for Kenya to host Chan, and also, huge on for Kenya to host AFCON in 2027. So, as you said, just like a yardstick for Kenya to measure themselves.
And indeed, beyond Kenya, Uganda and Tanzania, the All East Africa Pamoja bid must do a good job so that more tourists and fans will come for 2027 also.
Yes, indeed. So Chan begins, of course, next week, next Saturday, such a day. It will be all eyes on East Africa as we welcome the rest of the continent in our respective countries for the 28-day showpiece. So stay glued on KBC Channel 1, as well as Y254. Some matches will be aired here as well.
Wonderful.
Hope to see you, Barry.
I'll be there live on the stage.
Yeah, for real. So that's as far as Chan is concerned. And World Athletics Trials, of course, Kenya picking its team for the championship. They say it's mini World Championships.
Yes, mini World Championship. It was interesting what we saw at Ulinzi Complex. Traditionally, it's a one-day event, but it's epic in terms of the fights. You know, people are fighting for tickets to Tokyo, and it's usually all out. Some people are usually very cautious in terms of the number of, what do you call it, races they do before the trials, so that they stay fresh and healthy. They deliver good timings that will make them make the cut. So yes, last week we saw quite a show at Ulinzi Complex. They brought the big names, brought the stadium to a standstill. But I don't know if you noticed, I still feel we are still in the in our traditional, in our 800-meter race, especially for the females. I don't know if we are good enough in terms of time. The world champion.
You mean Mary Mora, Lilian Odira, and Sarah Mora?
Those three are good for
yes.
in terms of the peaks. But in terms of the timings, I don't know. We could have done better to give us a good yardstick. Remember, 800 meters is a very big competition in the world stage. Yeah, we have the likes of Athingmu and Hedgkinson from UK. So I believe our athletes, the three you have mentioned, will go back to the square to the roots and get the basics of power finishing right. Yes. Otherwise, apart from that, I'm happy to see Timothy Cheruiyot back in his traditional 1500 meters. This is going to be, I think, 5th
World Championship.
Yes. Also 4x100, Marco Tieno is back after his trials and tribulations.
Yeah, sure. I saw him in the team.
Yes.
And it's also good to see Ferdinando Manyala anchoring the team.
Yes, Fadi is there.
Pushing for their qualification, which they did get when they went to Bahamas for the World Championship.
Absolutely, yeah. So in terms of our middle and short races, short distances, I think this was where the headache had been, especially male side. But now we are trying to get it well together. I hope to see a good show by the likes of Mweresa in the 4x100. And then, of course, our traditional 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, Beatrice Chebet, and, of course, Faith Kipyegon. So that was a good event. Even new names, even names that are not traditional known, came alive. I'm excited to see the lady you hosted here sometime back, Lilian Odira, what she can do in that stage, because now we have interesting new names popping up in that.
Yeah, and also she's looking at maybe Sarah Mora, who's the reigning Africa champion.
Yes, yes.
And for Lilian Odira, I think she was at the Olympics. She reached the semi-finals, and also she really had some good times this year. We remember at the Kip Keino Classic, right, at Ulinzi's complex, she did register her time and actually qualified for the World Championship during that particular event. All this, I think, builds and gives them confidence at this particular world stage. When they get to Tokyo, it will be a moment for them. I think there will be no any other time for them to wait, because now they've really had a good season, and also, in the process, locked in some experience that is vital for them at that particular stage.
Absolutely, and it's a good thing that this trials came, I think, 4 months before the.
Of course, it's in September.
September, that's 2.5 months, I think. So yeah, the preparations have come at a good time. They are going to gauge their pace. They're going to gauge their fitness, and so we're looking ahead to do better than the last World Championships that was in Hungary, so that we get not only good medals or more medals, but we post better times. This for me is the most important, and I want to see the new names. I'd like to see when all this come through. Timothy Cheruiyot, I want to see what he can do.
Do you think he still has some energy and gas left in him?
Tim has gas, but more importantly,
2019, that's when the last time he was crowned the champion, right?
Yeah,
1500 meters
Tim
champion.
has had a bit of challenges, especially with injuries, and his fitness dipped. But Tim is experienced, and I'm hoping against hope that he finds the other opponent literally a bit on a low, but we want to see his experience count. Other than that, I'm obviously excited about this young man called Emmanuel Wanyonyi.
Yes.
I'm sure is
Of course,
going to
posting leading times in the season.
in my view,
right?
in my view, him should be among the top guys gunning for athlete of the season. He's had a fantastic season so far, and it's going to be interesting how he puts it all together in September in the Tokyo Championships. Yes.
So, I mean, and also Julius Yego, is
Julius
a swan
Yego.
song for him this time? Because it's now or never, right?
Now
Former
never.
world champion, 2015.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Very experienced as well. He's been into a couple of world champions. So the YouTube man, I hope he's going to, of course, learn from the mistakes of the past. In his area of competition, there's quite, the guys from Europe, there's quite a bit of, even from US, there's quite a bit of competition there. But if you can get into the medal bracket, that would be great, especially in the starters before you get to the qualifiers. Yeah, but one of the very most experienced athletes we have on the what we call field events, and so we are counting on him to bring medal. Yeah.
And maybe just on 800 meters, right?
Yes, yes.
Looking at the team that, of course, will be there, the three of them. That's Loti, Kebenei, and Wanyonyi.
Wow.
Kebenei has been searching for this particular ticket
for
for a long time,
for a long
from
time.
2017.
Yes.
You know, I watched the interviews after the race. He talked about how it's been a journey for him.
Yeah.
What kind of expectations should such artists, I mean athletes who've been, you know, in the long run searching for such a ticket, now they have it?
Yeah, I
It feels
think
like they've achieved it already.
that's like a big achievement
Yeah,
for them,
sure.
and I think it's been an emotional journey for him because imagine fighting and getting it finally.
Finally, yes.
So for me, I don't think we should put a big of heavy expectations on them, on Cabernet, but these three guys, I hope they can do what we call, obviously they're going to be in different heats, all of them. They can make the times, and then on the main event, the main race, they can all fight for, you know, even if you're in top 5. But this is an event I expect gold, obviously from Mr. Wanyonyi. But obviously for Kebenei, like we've just said, is making his debut, having made the cut and getting the all-important ticket. It's a great honor, and he can cap it all if he gets to the medal bracket as well. Yeah.
And interesting to see that the 1500 meters women's race, you know, the three of them, of course, being led by Faith Kipyegon, right, as well as Jore and Ewoi and Nelly Chipchirchir. All of them never qualified. They qualified like outside the country, like they sealed their qualification a long time ago.
Yeah.
Interesting to see that nobody qualified from, not like they were, like nobody, everybody had already qualified prior to the trials at Ulinzi.
Yes.
Interesting.
It's very interesting, but and remember during the times for qualifying, some of these guys at events
They
abroad,
get the time during the events of the year.
yes, to even somebody like Faith, for example, the many events she's done, or the 3 or 4 events she's done.
Yeah.
I think for her, it's also building up to the World Championship. She's building her time, she's building her pace.
And she's, of course, a defending champion,
Defending
so she
champion.
has this, it's called what? Direct wild card.
Absolutely. So some of these guys, it's not a necessity for them to be here. They've already made the important cut.
Most decorated athletes, of course, in the country, Faith. Do you
Faith.
think
Yes.
the World Championship is still her stage?
Absolutely.
We've seen her, you know, record stumbling.
No, as Faith, she's 31 now.
Yeah.
As Faith grows old, I think maybe 1 or 2 more years before she goes to the big, like let's say 5K, and maybe 10K.
Goes to the roads.
And then the roads,
Yeah,
eventually.
yeah.
Because I think she's going to go to 3,000
She
and
indicated
5,000.
that. She talked about that.
Yeah, maybe she's 3,000, then 5,000, then maybe the road. But yeah, I don't think her record is in doubt. If anything, she's very much energetic, and she looks forward to breaking more records. You know, Faith is always about breaking records. So one of the 2 people I know who we should never put a doubt on in a World Championship is definitely Faith Kipyegon and Emmanuel Wanyonyi. But I still insist, we need to see the old Mary Moraa back.
Yeah,
Whatever it is bothering her, she needs to come back and show the world why she's the
What's
best.
the grapevine?
I really don't know how fast. Do you know, by the way, there's I don't know, was it in Qatar, in Doha, the Diamond League? She finished, what, 10th?
Yeah, sure.
I thought something is off here.
I think her eyes on this particular event that was, which was cut midway, the one that was began by the legendary sprinter, right? Mike Johnson, right? That was in
Atlas.
Jamaica, Philly,
yeah.
yeah. But then other legs have been,
Yeah.
the series has been
Yeah.
cut short. So
Yeah.
maybe she had her focus there, because, you know, but I don't know. But maybe we are yet to see the best of her, because
yeah,
we didn't
this
see
season-
her at the South, and she didn't maybe tell the people to. She performed. She finished first, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So.
In
with
the
all
world
factors constant, yeah.
Yeah, this is the World Championship. This is not the Diamond League. The World Championship is really huge. I think second only to the Olympics. So I'm hoping whatever is bothering her, I hope she's fit and healthy. And
Mentally.
Then, yeah, even
Yeah.
mentally. And I hope she's not also thinking about the Kenyans who want to take her crown. It's a democracy. Everybody should fight. But
And it's normal.
it's normal.
Yeah.
This is normal. And we want to see the best of Mary Mora on the big stage in Tokyo. Yes.
Yes, indeed. And other athletes, of course, who are still chasing their qualification times include Cornelius Kemboi, who is yet to, in the 5,000 meters, actually 2 athletes. That's Matthew Kipchumba Kipsang, Cornelius Kemboi, who is also looking for, still eyeing qualification, right? So they still have a number of events that they need to go and attend and just get the qualifying times. They'll be, I think, in China later next month in their quest to get that Tokyo ticket, as well as Irene Jepkemboi, javelin women. That would be
Yeah, that should be
fantastic
great,
for her
yeah.
to get
Yeah.
the qualification ticket. And Irene is best in the US, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And as well as Winnie Chepngetich B, who is also a student in the US as a triple jump. So
Yeah.
it would be interesting to
It's
have
field events,
field
yeah.
events,
Yeah.
represented at this
Yeah.
particular event, and also possible wildcards, you know, from this season's Diamond League. At least some of them, 4 of them, who could be given the wildcards, right? And this is Alex Ngeno, that's 800 meters. Alex was very promising when he came out. I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, another
Brian Komen, 1,500 meters men, and Celestine Jepkoskei Biwot, that's in the women's 3,000 meters steeplechase, and Godfrey Kipkemboi Kirua, that's also in the corresponding men's 3,000 meters steeplechase. So, number of athletes still eyeing their qualification. It's not over until they get the qualifying marks. Yes.
Exactly, and even as I finish, there's been a bit of a lull, especially in the men. I think 3,000 and 5,000 in Kenya men's. I think early 90s to early 2000s.
Yeah.
Then we dipped.
Yeah,
we need to get our form back in those.
Actually, the
middle
last
distance
last athlete who won Kenya over the 2 long distance races, right? That was Ms. Kamathi. That's in 1997 during the World Athletics Championships in Edmonton, Canada. So that's 1997. That's the last time Kenya won
It's crazy.
a medal over either in 5,000 or 10,000. But of course, Mr. Kimathi did win it in 10,000 meters race.
Yeah, so those 3,000 and 5,000, we need to get our mojo back and fight, because not so long ago we were dominating in those 2 events. So it's all eyes on our coaching staff to see basically how we can get better. Yes.
Yeah, and I remember in the build-up to the Olympics last year, the then CS for Sports, Ababu Namomba, had announced about the plans to have this sort of boot camps or camps specifically meant to brood the 3,000 meter steeplechase runners, because it's one of the races that Kenya, they can't just sit and watch, as others rule the roost.
Absolutely.
We've missed at the Olympics. The last 4 Olympics, it's never come home.
Yeah, I mean.
Do you think it's also time for AKE to come up with a way to have the 5,000, 10,000 meters runners, get the best?
Yes.
I remember talking to Dennis Okeo, who is also an athletics journalist, told me that the main thing why we never have these super talents, in the 5,000 meters or 10,000 meters going on to represent, because all the good runners go to the roads because there is money.
Yes, this is the, you bring a very important point. It's the aspect of coaching and transition. So some people, they want to transition to the road where there is money. And some of these guys also understand, some of the 3,000, 5,000, actually here, some of them are in college abroad. So the crew, the ones that are left here, perhaps don't see the value of getting even into 3,000 and 5,000. Because first of all, there's not so many events, unless there's a World Championship or there's a, what do you call it, or Olympics. So what do they prefer? They skip this middle distance. They go to the road, half marathon and full marathon.
Yes.
And that means we are losing a lot of young men in these two crucial docket. But also I see it as an opportunity. If there's somebody who can just try to focus on 3,000 and 5,000, and this is where the aspect of specific coaching comes in, then we can do pretty well. We need coaches who are specific to these middle to long distance races. Yeah.
Yes, of course, let's switch over. So the Tokyo, of course, from 13th to 21st of September, 1 week event, that's in Tokyo. Also KBC Channel 1 will bring you that particular event. So
fantastic.
Keep it here.
Yeah.
We're all brothers and sisters, right?
Absolutely.
So the athletes, of course, they hit the camp?
Yes, absolutely. They hit the
This
camp.
week, right?
They hit the camp this week to try and fine tune, and I think some of them will still have a
Of course, the event is during summer, so...
Yeah. Some of them I think are still in camp, but some also will get some events in between to try and just measure up and build their sharpness for the main event. Yes.
Of course, and Malkia Strikers, the team finally unveiling the 20 member squad from the 29 that has been in camp in the last 2 weeks. And head coach George Omondi has his entry full.
Absolutely. You know, Malkia is among what we call our golden gooses. So I know selection was tight. If you've seen a couple of in this season, or the season preceding this, we have seen quite an interesting transition of young players, especially with the likes of DCI coming through.
Yeah, sure. And also KDF, led by a legend, a friend of mine too,
Yes, and but of course the two big two, KCB and Pipeline, and then also Prisons as well. So in my view, Jojo Mondi has done good calculation. He was a local coach until now, I think.
Of course, Kenya Pipeline, he's the head coach of Kenya Pipeline.
Yeah, he was gauging, even while playing opponent, who can help him in the blocking, setting department and attacks, even in the libero department. So I am convinced that the 20 he has picked, alongside his technical bench, will be able to do duty in Thailand. I think they leave next week. So I think what remains before they leave is probably fine-tuning in indoor training, because I believe it will be an indoor event. Yes, so we're looking forward to the experience, the likes.
A number of players, of course, who are also there, right? Like Immaculate Nekesa, Frida Boke, and Maclino Koko. Yes, sure. Absence of a number of experienced players that, looks like their time is over. Kinatiza Tuka.
Yeah, I mean, with the problem with this, with sports, there has to be something called transition. Maybe they've dipped in form, but in my view, you need a bit of experience in the big stage. So yes, maybe he's picked a couple
of course, Pamela Diambo, Veronica Diambo, they're also still in the team. Key players, of course, for
the national
Kenya.
Team. So I'm hoping Malkia Strikers will find a good balance, especially against the big hitters like Serbia, Dominican Republic, if we go to that stage, or Brazil. But yes, the 20 final squad from the 29, it means final settled, or the technical bench are settled on what is the best in all the key departments of the team. Yes. And
of course, some of the the 9 players that were dropped include setters Kenya Defence Forces Valerie Chepkoech, and DCI's Vivian Vugusa, Libro Penina Wafula, and Kenya Prison Sharon Sandui, who is also apparently recovering from an injury, and others are Valentin Jemutai, Miriam Musa, as well as opposite hitter Deborah Sang and Lydia Iswan. So these are the players that have been dropped, the 9 who were dropped. And remember that the World Championship serves off on August 22nd through to September 7th.
Yeah.
We'll be in between Chan.
In between Chan, And like we just mentioned earlier, the transition. The late Janet Wanje now left, Washu left, and now you see Triza is going. It means there's now a cleanup. Now we are trying to kind of rebuild and build a new core team. So it will be interesting. Jojo Mondi, this is making his debut as the head coach for the national team. Remember he coached the men's team.
Yes.
Wafalme. And he also had a stint with the junior team. So the guy is pretty much experienced. I'm looking forward to seeing how he just sets up his team when the tournament starts proper.
Yes, indeed. So that's as far as Malkia Strikers is concerned. Remember, they're all preparing for the World Championship, which will be in Thailand just from August 22nd through to September 7th. So we wish Malkia Strikers that they hit the camp proper now to prepare for the games. And NOC elections, finally we have a new office in place, and Mr. Shadrach Maluki, right, takes the reins. What kind of expectations do we have under him, considering that really taking over from a very, very smooth reign, a smooth period of, from Paul Tergat? It was really smooth. Nobody knew that the 8 years had elapsed.
First of all, hearty congratulations to Shadrach Maluki, the judo president, a very experienced administrator by excellence. So you've asked a specific question: what kind of leadership do you expect on this vis-a-vis the past of Mr. Paul Tergat? I feel like the pressure on the owners is, and all eyes are on these guys, Shadrach Maluki and his team. And so I'm looking forward to him utilizing his experience, his connections, his networks to build proper NOC. NOC is the parent of all these federations. But number two, I'm more impressed that the selections are finally over with, and that the other camp have now shook the hands of the winners, and now we are back to work. I just hope the politics ends, and now Mr. Maluki and his team, he has quite an interesting team. Vice President Barnaba Korir, another Vice President experienced Mr. Randiek. So excellent athletics. Athletes, Kipchoge Keino, sorry, Eliud Kipchoge.
Yes.
And then for the ladies, it's
Grace Okulu, the Lionesses.
Yes, so quite a well-balanced squad in my view.
Why was Mr. Andrew Mudibo locked out?
Mr. Mudibo's case, actually, when you think about it, is actually different. People had
table tennis.
Yes, an issue maybe with probably integrity issues, or something like that. That's why they locked him out. But for Mr. Mudibo, I think he gets a win because his side won. His team Maluki. I think they call the result clean fresh or something. So we expect what the base that in the 8-year base that Paul Tergat and his team had set, Mr. Maluki will take it from there and take us to greater heights. Remember, all eyes on 2028 LA, and it should start even right now.
Sure, of course, and 2026 more so, Youth Olympics in Dakar.
In Dakar next year. So he gets in with the plate full. I just hope there will be no noise, less politics, and then we get to work.
Yes, indeed. So they did, of course, finally have an office, and great we've seen a number of events this year, or rather this week, where the new office has hit the ground running.
Absolutely.
You know, and also they did see off actually a team that's in Algeria for the Anoka games.
Yes, for the Anoka games.
For the Anoka school games.
Yes. Absolutely. That is also within their purview. And it's interesting. We will just be seeing also what they'll be measured with is the success of some of these events. Have the teams gotten enough preparations? Have the teams gotten enough facilitation? So that in the event that they're out there doing work for the national duty, the NOC is able to say we sent the best. So it's good to note, like you just said, that the new team in office has hit the ground running, and now we expect nothing but results.
Yes, indeed, we expect nothing but results from the new office.
Yes.
Of course, among the deliverables, or what we want to see is the tapping into the youth, you know.
Absolutely.
And this means that they have to support a lot of these newer sports, right?
Yeah,
like the e-sports, you know, the Olympic, some of this the breaking, you know, some of
dancing.
the trying to copy what the international body, the IOC, is trying to do, you know, involving the youth and just like taking the movement forward, and not just remain to the traditional sports, soccer, athletics, boxing. Funny to know, quite interesting to know that nobody else has ever won a medal apart from athletics and boxing.
Very interesting. And this is why
the Olympics.
And you know, there's investment from foreign international organizations to fund and IOC to fund these sports. So we need to, I hope the current NOC office will put a lot of emphasis on training the best, giving the best training to our athletes.
And also supporting people like Alexander Ndolo who are putting all their blood and sweat on the line, you know, instead of engaging them in
social media and ranting,
and rants and all that. Sure.
I hope we'll get a proper communication channel.
Yeah, and we also saw the other day from the skier.
Sadler. It's not tidy at all. It's quite messy.
But we can all understand that that was just a period during the transition of the office.
Absolutely.
It happens in Africa.
Yeah, absolutely. And also something that, I don't know if it's within the purview, I hope they do regular workshops with their federations to teach them something called integrity.
Sure.
Because a lot of issues transpire from leadership and governance. I hope we want to see a smooth sail, especially these first 4 years. And I just hope Mr. Maluki and his team, I wish Mr. Maluki and his new team the very best. Yes.
What would you like to see from the new office?
If we succeed, if we lead the tables in the Dakar Olympics, if we do well in LA 28, if we do well in the Commonwealth game in Glasgow next year as well, I think that's a good start. But it starts here. The preparations, the facilitation of teams, the training of coaches and athletes. That's it.
Yes, indeed. So that's it. So we'll be looking forward to that. So new office, we wish them all the best during their 4-year tenure. Of course, they reign for 4 years, then the election will be held again. A total of 29 people voted. That includes 25 federations and 4 members from the executive committee who did vote. Right? What role do you think people like Puvil Rawal will have in this federation?
Some of these people, they come in because of experience, and it's like a setup. The way boards even of companies work, they look for specific skill sets. I think for me, Rawal led, I think there's a time she led Tennis Kenya for 8 years, so she's experienced sports administrator. So some of these people in the executive committee, they basically give, they're like giving advice on leadership qualities, or aids or helping those areas. People like Okulu and Elliot, it goes without saying.
It's interesting for them to be there, right?
It goes without saying. They speak directly for the athletes representatives. And so we need to see athletes' voices heard on the table. Because without athletes, there's no knock.
Yes, for real, no athletes, no knock. And also maybe quite interesting that Hayange, I think, is the most disappointed, the one who fell by the wayside.
Yes, but he lost.
He wanted the assistant by a vote.
Yeah, he lost by a vote, but this is how democracy works. But still, Hayange is a big name, even in IOC. He's like Tergat.
Sure, he actually has a seat at the IOC.
Yes, and then also, he is the chairperson of, elected by IOC, chairperson of coordination committee, Dakar Olympics for the youth.
Oh, yes.
So he's still a respected figure. So it might be a disappointment that he missed out on an ox
locally.
In my view, Hayange in the next election for KRU probably should run for the chair.
Yes, let's talk about rugby.
Yes.
And a number of legs, 7 of them in the season. One were launched, of course, this week. And interesting. What are the changes? Some of the tweaks that we could see this season.
Okay, the 7 legs, the traditional, starting with driftwood. Then I think is it Kabeberi.
Yes. Prince Lou, Nakuru. Then of course Christie Sevens in Nairobi. Embu Sevens for the first time. Maybe that's one of the changes.
Yes. Is Ingo Sevens there or Kakamega?
No, Ingo Sevens. Kabeberi and Dala.
Okay, they've replaced it. Yes, it's interesting. I think what the KRU office and especially the department of, is it called programs in KRU, is trying to do is to spread the game. I remember these sevens, there was a lot of people given licenses to operate, like Machakos sevens, there was Nanyuki sevens. It's pretty much trying
to be Masaku.
Yeah. To spread the game. So, but the traditional 5 have remained. Yeah, I remember the driftwood, Prince Lou, Dala, Kabeberi, and
Prince Lou, Dala, of course, Prince Lou, Christie, Embu, and of course, Kabeberi and Dala, yes.
Yes, so on this weekend, after Sport Pesa provided 15 million support.
Today and tomorrow?
Yes. Actually,
that's in Mombasa.
Mombasa with the driftwood sevens. And traditionally, we are going to expect, it's a tour, it's more like building the economy of regions. So all people will flock down there. But remember, there are scouts under Paul Odera.
Yes.
Who you know, the seventh team is actually built from this seventh series. And Paulo Dera gave a statement the other day. If the people who will be selected for the seventh assignment, the coming seventh assignment, has to come from these legs. So we are looking forward to great show by the teams, by individuals, so that they'll be able to get picks, starting from Mombasa, and then before it comes to Nairobi.
Yeah, and also maybe what came out during the launch was the carrier director, Paulo Dera, saying that they'll pick teams or players, the national rugby sevens team, right? Because this particular series offers the selectors an opportunity for them to pick. So they say that they'll basically pick players who feature in this series.
Absolutely, just like I said, there's no shortcut or in between. You have to have featured in this series. I think all the 7 series, and you have to have stood out. So they're looking for particular skill sets, particular kind of player profiles. They'll be helping to build the team for. It's called Kevin Wambua. Bling, I'm sure, and other scouts will be in all these legs across these 5 counties or 7 counties. So we're looking forward to great show from Mombasa, and then get
to set the stage for this year's series circuit. So we do know that, of course, Driftwood is here this weekend, 26th, 27th. That's in Mombasa. Then, of course, 2nd and 3rd of August, Prinsloo in Nakuru. Then 16th and 17th.
Athletic Club, It's important to note here.
16th and 17th of August, Christie 7th, right? That's in Nairobi, right? And, of course, 23rd and 24th of August, Embu 7th. And 6th and 7th September, Kabeberi 7th. And, of course, the series culminates on 13th and 14th of September with the Dallas 7th. That's in Kisumu.
Just something important to note maybe for the viewers, Mombasa Sports Club hosts
Driftwood Sevens.
A long time ago we used to have a team in Mombasa, and then Christie is owned by Queens, and then Kabeberi is owned by Mwamba. George Kabeberi Sevens. Mwamba hosted.
In memory of.
Prinsley is owned by Nakuru, Nakuru
Athletic Club.
It's run at Nakuru Athletic Club. The tournament is owned by Nakuru RFC, popularly known as Wanyore, and then Dala is by Kisumu RFC. What I don't know, Embu, do we have a team? Maybe. We need to maybe get a team to even Division 1 and then the main team.
But we've seen Kangaroo doing so well.
In all the schools.
The schools.
Even what's the name?
Is it St. Austin? Not St. Austin's. But there was a school
the previous East Africa champions. Fantastic. It means the rugby game is spreading. And what I like, some of these teachers, they're being exchanged, and they have exchange programs. So places that we used to know it's only Nairobi, Mangu, Lenana, now it's all over. Now it's even in Western, deep in Western, deep in Nyanza, and this is good for the game.
Yes, indeed. And also that's a huge stride that Kenya has made, you know. You go to Tanzania, the rugby is played in elite schools, international schools. It's not in public schools. So.
Absolutely. Now, I think with CBC, this is changing. And now we're seeing every region of 47 counties do something.
National, of course, just we know that the league, all the eyes are on Chan, and nobody's really thinking about when the league will start, because people will have to think about that when the season is here. But we know that teams are already in the market, you know, doing everything that they can to just bolster their squads. And one of these teams is Tusker FC, right?
Absolutely.
Former champions, 12-time champions.
Yes. So the league starts somewhere September.
September, yes.
Like you have rightly said, after the Chan. Very important teams are already. Some teams have reported to camp are doing build-up pre-season training. And some already build-up matches. And Tusker FC, after a frustrating season, according to them, by all standards, it was a frustrating season because they did not even finish top 2 or top 3. They finished just behind. Is it Homeboys? So
in 4th place.
I mean, by all standards, Charles Okere, I'm sure, had scratched his head. I'm sure the board sat and said, we have to get it right. So they went and brought Eric Kapaito back. They promoted Eric Kapaito is a 2-time MVP. I think the only player in the league who was won the MVP twice back-to-back. It was red hot, I think 2019, 20, 2020, 21.
While at Kariobangi Sharks.
Then he was poached. Excellent, he came through from Namungo. So it is going to bolster the attack alongside the likes of Ryan Ogam. Ryan Ogam, and then of course they promoted 2 guys from the academy. So Tusker is looking good. FC also did a good sweep. A couple of big names left. You know, like Kevin Kimani, Clifton Mia. So now I think they're going to open the doors for either trials or bringing new names. Gor Mahia, of course, I'm sure is going to bring a couple of new guys. They've already pre-signed Siraj Mohammed, formerly Bandari. Formerly Bandari as well, Brian Omondi. Sharks, you know how they do their business from the ground.
Sure.
They get
from the schools.
From the schools or from the estates. So teams are pretty much busy. And don't forget, it's not only the players moving, even the coaches are moving. Zedeka Ziko, formerly Gor, has moved to Tanzania, Prison. Michael Nam, formerly Gor, has moved to APS Bomet, the new boys.
Yes.
Kakamega Homeboys coach Francis Baraza has moved to Tanzania. Is it Biashara, I think? And now, so Homeboys is looking at Salim Babu, formerly City Stars, and Patrick Odhiambo, formerly KCB. So there's a lot of movement. The window is still open, I think, until end of this month, end of next month. So there's still a lot of player movement here and there. So it's going to be interesting to see just how, you know, the season starts. We all know Matano has already landed at KCB.
KCB, yes.
He has already big signings.
Big
like
signings.
Ham Premier is already there.
It's
Shabani is also doing a lot of signings. So everybody is gearing to a good, strong start with the right players and the right coaches. Yeah.
So we expect to see. Also, we all waiting with bated breath the type of the technical bench that Gor Mahia will unveil.
Yes, I hear it should be next week or something. So that I think once the technical bench has been unveiled, the guys come back to camp because you cannot come back to pre-season training without a bench. So there's a lot of rumors going that former Black Stars international Charles Akuno. He coached Hearts of Oak, Asante Kotoko. These are legendary clubs back in the 90s.
In Ghana.
In Ghana. And he also had a stint with the Ghana national team. He played somewhere in Germany for some time. So they're looking at the strong rumors linked to him coming through to be head coach of Gor Mahia. It's going to be interesting because for the past almost 10 years, Gor Mahia has run Europe or West. So now we are looking internally. The only last time I think Gor Mahia had a local African coach who is not Kenyan was now the Cameroonian
Anaba Awono.
Yes, some time back.
A long time before 2013, must have been 2010, right?
Yes.
Before Loga.
Yes. So it's interesting now they're looking inwards, an African coach with a pedigree for African football. But I looked yesterday at, I like to look at statistics of coaches being hired. What has he done with his teams to this level in CAF competition, in the league competition? But I was not very impressed. Maybe they're looking at other aspects. He's not really won league. He's not really gotten Asante Kotoko or Hearts of Oak far. And these are big clubs. So it's going to be interesting. There's still rumors until confirmed. So clubs, yes, are preparing very well ahead of the new season. It's all going to be all systems go. And even the newbies are doing well. APS Bomet and Nairobi United are also in the market. APS Bomet recently just formed a board with different kind of guys. Fred Kipyegon, Eric Marcelomo in the board. Interesting mix of people in the board. So yeah, it's going to be interesting on the pitch and administratively how teams just put it together for a good season.
Yes, and maybe finally on the sports pages of Angelo Kutoi in Rhein-Ra in Germany during the FISU World University Games.
Yes. And Kyle Shah. Kyle is based in Spain, I think. And
from Denison University, right?
Yes. And Angie is in
Auburn.
I think that's in Alabama or something.
Yeah, sure, in Alabama.
So they've done pretty well, these two guys. These are the Kenya number ones as we speak in singles. So yes, they will have to go through a couple of hurdles, but finally they fell through in
the final match.
Finals against Czech Republic.
Mixed doubles.
Mixed doubles, yes. But no, it's a good show. It tells you our tennis, especially our young tennis players, are doing great. And if you notice, the people who are doing great are people who are based abroad. So it means the facilities and the training abroad is good. Angie, you remember she went on a scholarship. Kyle went, I think as young as 13, he went to an academy in Spain and then started school. So it gives us a good base that in the future years we have a good base for players to pick from for tournaments like Davis Cup, Billie Jean Cup, Africa Championships, and that's what we are looking at.
Yes, indeed. So that's it on the sports pages. Watch out for the fan zone.